In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to understand monday.com hierarchy. Before we dive into the details, open the monday.com homepage so we're looking at the same layout. I'll walk you through how the platform is structured from the top level down so you can confidently organize your work without confusion. Think of this as a guided tour that explains what each layer means, how they fit together, and when to use them. On the left side of the screen, you'll see workspaces. This is the highest level in monday.com. Workspaces keep big areas of your organization cleanly separated. For example, you might have one workspace for marketing and another for human resources. Each one holds its own boards, files, and dashboards, so teams can focus on what's relevant to them and avoid getting distracted by other departments' projects. If you're ever unsure where something lives, start by checking which workspace you're in. Open the Workspaces menu and choose the workspace you want to work from. For this walkthrough, select the main workspace. Many accounts use a main or general workspace as a shared home base, but your naming might be different. The key idea is that you're choosing the top-level container that will hold all the work related to a particular area. Inside the workspace, look for a board named Task Management and open it. This is where the magic happens. A board is the central place where you track a specific process, such as a project roadmap, a content calendar, or a sales pipeline. Boards come in a few visibility types. Main boards are visible to everyone on the team, making them great for shared work. Private boards are only visible to you and the specific people you invite, which is helpful for sensitive planning. Shareable boards let you collaborate with external guests, like freelancers or partners, without giving them access to everything else in your account. Choose the type that matches who needs to see and contribute to the work. Once you're inside a board, you'll notice color-coded sections. These are groups. Groups organize your items into meaningful buckets. You might group by time, like week 1 and week 2, by progress, like incoming and in progress, or by category, such as design and copywriting. A clear grouping strategy makes scanning the board effortless. Keep group names short and consistent, and arrange them in the order that best reflects your workflow, such as top to bottom by priority or by timeline. Within each group, you'll find rows called items. An item represents one unit of work. Think a single task, a client, a deliverable, or a project phase. Give each item a clear action-oriented name so anyone can understand what needs to happen without opening extra details. As your process moves forward, you can drag items between groups if your workflow is time or status-based. Sometimes a single item is too broad to manage in one line. That's where subitems come in. Subitems add a second layer of detail beneath a parent item. For example, if your item is launch website, your subitems might be